Hey, good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday, February the 4th, 2020. Good morning. Let's put down some morning beverage. Let's go. Yeah, that's my Polish coffee mug from a friend of mine over there in Staten Island, New York. Lucille. I use it proudly, Lucille. And yes, it does say Grandpa in Polish. And if you turn around this way, there, we can all read it. Cheers. Uh, well, I made my chuck roast last night, and I'll tell you what, it turned out, excellent. Of course, the only thing I could eat off of that chuck roast because of my diet was the roast itself, and I scooped out some of the celery and the chunks of onions. That's all I had. The rest, I said to Carol here, I said, hey, you want to have some of my chuck roast? Go ahead. If you don't want it, I'm going to unplug it and put it away. And she said, no, just turn it off the crock pot. I'll have some a little bit later. Which she did. I want to say it was 8:30, 8 o'clock, quarter to 9, who knows. But I was done eating by probably 5:30. So I guess she was able to have some of the pot roast, chuck roast, and I had chunks of potato in there and carrots, and man, it smelled good. It really did. I was jonesing for some of those potatoes. Me being a big potato eater, but I just let it go. I just had my my chunk of roast, and like I said, my celery and onions. Oh, and I did have a side dish of some green leafy salad. All right, with my green peppers and red peppers, incorporated in it, and that's what I had for my dinner. That was pretty good. All right, enough of that. Today is National Soup Day. So, if you got a hankering for some homemade soup, today's the day you want to make it. Although, for me, today is not the day because the high temperature today in Tower City, Pennsylvania, the high today is supposed to be reaching about 58 degrees. This is not my kind of soup weather. I need it to be cold, damp, just raw, maybe 23, 32 degrees, windy, just ugly outside, and then I get into that mood of just making up some good Polish chicken soup, if you will. But today is National Soup Day, so if wherever you're at, whatever state you're in, if the weather's right and you got a hankering for it, make up some homemade soup and let me know what kind of soup you're making. Send it my way. All right, let's move on here. Birthdays today. The rocker, Alice Cooper. Welcome to My Nightmare. School's Out for the Summer. Remember those songs back in the day? He's 72 years young today, and he's still touring. I seen a blurb, I want to say within the last week, or maybe 2 weeks, that apparently he's playing somewhere around here in Pennsylvania. So if any of you guys are Alice Cooper fans, you might want to Google and see where he is touring. And he's still around at 72 years of age, just rocking it out. I didn't mind Alice Cooper, but it wasn't my type of music that I liked when I DJ'd. You can't pat the dance floor with "Welcome to My Nightmare." Although you could probably pack it with the right kind of people. For graduation or something, school's out for the summer, And if you can't pack it, at least you'll get audience participation. Yes, you will. So happy birthday to Mr. Alice Cooper. His net worth, by the way, is $40 billion. 72 years young. Lawrence Taylor from the NFL. He used to play for the New York Giants. He was a linebacker. And he's 61 years young today. And his net worth is $100,000. So happy birthday to Mr. Lawrence Taylor, 61 today. God bless you. Retired from the New York Giants, linebacker. Another birthday, country singer and legend, Mr. Clint Black, 58 years young. And I know you say, how can he be a legend at 58? Well, he's been playing for quite a long time, ladies and gentlemen. 58 years young, Mr. Clint Black. His net worth today is $30 million. Not too shabby for little Clint Black. And the rumor always has it that he's the son of Mr. Roy Rogers. Of course, that's just hearsay. We don't go along with hearsay, all right? Always do your facts and research. But that was out there many years ago. Well, actually, when Mr. Roy Rogers was still alive, they had a picture side by side, Clint Black and Roy Rogers, and the similarity was really eerie. It's like, really? Wonder what good old Dale Evans had to say about that, if you know what I mean. Anyway, happy birthday, Mr. Clint Black, 58 years young, $30 million net worth. God bless you. Another rocker, Mr. John Steele. And you're going, who's John Steele? Well, he's 79 years young today. And his net worth is $17.1 million. The rocker, Mr. John Steele, the original drummer. Now we're going to go back, ladies and gentlemen, of the Animals. Remember the Animals? House of the Rising Sun, songs like that. Yep, John Steele, the drummer of the Animals. 79 years young today. Happy birthday, the drummer of the Animals, and his net worth, again, is $17.1 million. And that's the birthdays I have for today. And I'd like to make a special note out there. I'm sure most of you heard about Rush, the journey he's on right now with lung cancer. My prayers and thoughts are out to him, and my friends out there, if you would, say a little prayer and throw some karma out to Rush Limbaugh, all right, for a speedy recovery. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. You know, if somebody on the other side of the fence had an illness coming up, I'd still pray for them. So, you know, have at it. That's just the way I am. I'm that guy, you know. I pray for anybody on either side of the fence, no matter what their political views are or their lifestyle. You know, if they're sick or, you know, if they're on some kind of a shaky journey, I always send a prayer out there. So if you could do me that favor, say a prayer for Mr. Rush Limbaugh, if you would. Thank you very much. Okay, 3-day weather forecast for St. Petersburg, Florida. Haven't been there in many years. I used to have a girlfriend out there many, many years ago. Only once a year I'd go out there, basically once a year, and go out there and see her. And of course, back then I was, how old was I? Maybe 21. Used to go out there with a friend of mine. I've told you the story before. Big Jim, God rest his soul. But we go and visit his family members, a family that lived in St. Petersburg, Florida. Their name, I don't recall their name right now, but I remember going over to their house, and the father of the house, he was into bottles of Coca-Cola. That's what he drank every day. I mean, a number of bottles. And of course, they were the small bottles back then, you know. But he didn't drink any alcohol. It was just all Coca-Cola. And his daughter, boy, I tell you what, I had a hankering for her. And she took me down Bayside or Oceanside, and we dabbled around in the water, and we got real close. Yes, we did. All right, that's enough for that. I wish I could remember her name because I'd look her up on Facebook and say, "Hey, how you doing? How you been? How's your family?" So on and so forth. But that'll never happen now. So the 3-day weather forecaster, St. Petersburg, Florida, and yes, I am just babbling on here. Let's put down some coffee and I'll continue on. Tuesday in St. Petersburg. Today, 71 for a high, 62 for a low, and partly cloudy in St. Petersburg, Florida. Wednesday in St. Petersburg, 75 for a high, 68 for a low, and cloudy. Thursday in St. Petersburg, Florida, 76 for a high, 62 for a low, and cloudy. Well, the 3 days it's going to be cloudy, but with that kind of temperature, I'll take it. Yes, I will. All right, over here in beautiful Tower City, Pennsylvania, right now it's about 45 degrees. And the time right now, can I see that? Yeah, it's about 7:30-ish a.m. So it's 45 degrees right now. Today, the high is going to be 58 degrees, and the low was 33, and rain on and off all day today. It's cloudy. There's no vitamin C out there. Go ahead. You can look out my window. See that? I got to take care of my spider plant. Wednesday in Tower City, 35 degrees for a high, 31 for a low, and cloudy. Thursday in Tower City, 47 for a high, 39 for a low, and 80% chance of showers all day in Tower City. That's Thursday. So, if you're traveling around in your motorhome or camper or whatever you might be doing, if you're around Tower City or St. Petersburg, Florida, there's your 3-day weather forecast, and that is always subject to change. Remember that. And speaking of motorhomes, my camper friends out there, you guys that have Class A's and Class C's and travel trailers, I'm looking, now this is for the future here, right? This season coming up. And I'll do my own research, but if you have any reviews or recommendations, I want to find a couple campgrounds that are right on the ocean and bay, okay? Or, within sight distance where you can park your camper right on it and you can walk a couple thousand feet or whatever it might be, and you're right there on the ocean or bay. If any of you have ever stayed at a campground like that, send your reviews and your comments my way. I remember one year when my mom and dad, they were still alive, and I had a Class A motorhome back then, and we traveled from Cumming, Georgia, in my Class A down to Myrtle Beach, and I forget which campground it was, but it was situated right on the beach, if you want to say that. Now, granted, because I didn't, make reservations well in advance when I got there, they gave me a campsite, which was a number of tiers back from the ocean, but it was still pretty sweet. We walked down to the ocean, and there were a bunch of, Class A's and Class C's and maybe a couple travel trailers within walking distance of the ocean. That was pretty sweet where, they'd wake up and they could look out their large window and boom, there's the ocean, There was a place like that in Chincoteague Island that I would stay at. I believe the name was Tom's Cove. We stayed there a couple times back in the day. And I was lucky enough to get right up on where you would look out your window and you would see the ocean. I mean, it'd be right there. Or the bay, whatever you want to say. But it was pretty sweet. And that's my plans. I want to try to do that this summer, along with, other campgrounds. But I want to definitely hit a couple campgrounds with ocean or bay camping, if that makes any sense, okay? All right, if you have any reviews on that, or like I said, if you've done that in the past, send me a private message over there to Messenger, if you wouldn't mind, and in the comments section down below. That's it. I think I'm finished for today. We got almost 17 minutes in on this video, and good morning to all of you. That's it, friends. I hope you're having a great day today. I will talk to all of you tomorrow, God willing. And if you liked my video, do me a favor, hit that like button. Send me your comments, positive or negative. I got wide shoulders. I can take it. Share it with your friends, family, and neighbors. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel if you would. Under YouTube, you can search it if you want. DJ Ralph Warzy, YouTube, okay? God bless you. Take care. One more time now. Cheers, Nostrovia and L'chaim. Tina, good morning. Hey, Leo, how you doing? Good morning. Kaylee, Noah, Nicholas, good morning to you. Raymond, Roy, and Mary, good morning. RJ and Chrissy, good morning to you. Debbie, Reds, good morning to you. Deb, good morning to you. Nancy, good morning. John, over there in Florida, good morning. I got your message a couple days ago that you were in the hospital, and I hope you're healing. I hope you're getting better. Let me know how things are going, and I'm sure that fine bride of yours is taking care of you. I'm sure she is. She's putting her foot down and saying, now listen, damn it, you're going to listen to me. I bet you that's what she's doing. Yes, she is. All right, guys, take care of yourself. God bless you. For all of you that I haven't said I love you to, I love all of you. Lloyd, Harry, Jimmy, good morning to you. I love you guys. God bless you. Okay, I'm going to punch you out on 3. Did I forget anybody? If I forgot anybody, please take my apology. I don't mean to forget anybody. Auntie Audrey, Auntie Carol, Auntie Patsy, my cousin, Karen, Kurrick, good morning over there in Wisconsin. Brian, Mark, and the list goes on and on. Tommy Lineweber, DJ Dave Dreyer, and my buddy, DJ Joel Stevens. It was nice seeing you again. God bless you. All right, I'll talk to you later on. On 3, keep on smiling. Help somebody out today if you can. All right? And thank you, God, for another day on earth, because that means we have a purpose today. Remember that. And always love your family and friends, because we are not guaranteed tomorrow. Don't forget that. God bless you. On 3, 1, 2, big smile now. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. Smile.